Irish, but are you really? Knowing your family history can tell you a lot about yourself, but often people don't know where to start. So in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we decided to dive a little into Irish history here in Indianapolis. Joining me this morning is Amber Oldenburg. She's a professional genealogist. We're so glad to have you on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
It's getting bigger and bigger. People are asking more questions. Some of these websites and those DNA kits are getting more prevalent as people are just interested in knowing where they come from. So I wanted to know, what do you know about Irish people here in Indianapolis and in Indiana?
Well, between like 1820 and 1930, 4.5 million Irish immigrated to the United States, making about 33 million Americans currently have Irish ancestry.
So the shirt counts for a lot of people.
It does. It does. It really does. And they may just have a little bit, but they still have some Irish in them.
That's amazing. So you said they immigrated here, 4.5 million of them. What was the main reason for them coming to like the Midwest, if that was their location?
Irish came to the Midwest to help build infrastructure like canals, railroads, and the National Road. Particularly the Wabash and Erie Canal here in Indiana. That started in like Fort Wayne and brought its way down. It was supposed to be through to Terre Haute. And then the Madison and Indianapolis Railroad, they went down south to help construct that, and then the National Road went right through Indianapolis.
So thank an Irishman the next time you're out in any of these places. And you've been able to dig up some photos as well. I mean, that's a big part of being a genealogist, doing family history, is getting into the archives and understanding what happened, where, and at what time. How difficult is that?
It's a lot easier than people think it is. A professional, though, knows the most efficient and effective ways of doing it. But getting into the archives is the best part because you get to actually see a document that your ancestor maybe signed, or a photograph that has them in it, or helps you understand the social history that they were experiencing at the time.
And a lot of folks now are Irish. Tell me about this picture that you sent in to us.
This was a wanted employment ad that was posted in a newspaper asking for Irish labor to come help build the canal. And they were offering $10 monthly wages, offering them land, which they really didn't get, but whatever it was to entice them to come.
History will certainly tell things like that. So if folks are going, hey, I'm Irish, or hey, I think I've got some Irish in me, how do they find out if they're not going to do one of those DNA tests? How can they literally map their family tree?
Well, actually, this weekend is a great time for anyone to want to research their Irish history. Two of the larger family history companies, Ancestry and MyHeritage, are offering their Irish records free. So MyHeritage, you can access the records through the 20th, and Ancestry through the 18th, so tomorrow, but that still gives you access to census records, Catholic Church records, civil registration records, which are like birth, marriage, death, land, like valuation rolls, and wills, probate records, which can tell incredible stories about your ancestors.
And there's several websites that can host those really great family trees and fans and things too. What are some of your favorites?
I really do like Ancestry. FamilySearch.org is free, so that's one of the best ones. Anyone can use that, and you can build a family tree and then share that with others.
So I got to tell you, I use Family Search, and as I've said on air before, I am Irish, and so I've done a little of my family history, and I wanted to show you what I found. I did a little of this yesterday to put it up. So Brenna Donnelly, right? You don't get much more Irish than that. I try to go to Ireland every 5 years or so. Here's me last year with my husband. And so there's obviously me. My father is an Irish immigrant. He's living in the United States and has dual citizenship. And then his father, Derek, is an Irish national, still living there today, the patriarch of our family. So Derek's father is Edmund, you see there on the left, and his wife, Catherine. Kitty, I actually got to meet her before she died. She was an amazing cook. That's the year they got married. Now, Edmund's parents married in 1899. They're in the middle here. Richard was a riverboat pilot. Ellen took care of 7 kids. And then my great aunt on the right there was sticking her tongue out. It's cute. So this is Richard's father on the left, John, and Ellen's mother, Mary Ann Murphy. He was also a river pilot. People called him Daddy Jack. Mary Ann Murphy had 8 children. And you see this picture again? See the home they're standing in front of? Same home, still standing in Passage East in Southern Ireland. My husband and I went there. We go there every time to take a picture in front of the family home. It really is really cool to go in there. It's amazing how short the door is too, and how small the staircase is inside of there. But there's just a bunch of other fun photos. These are some great aunts that I found going back into the 1800s because they were in Ireland for so long. But it's always fun too to look at these pictures and be like, do I look like them? Do they look like me?
Well, and you can see striking resemblances even generations back. And I think the fact that you were able to visit like an ancestral home is amazing. I think because that really connects you to them and makes you understand them better and just feel more part of your ancestry.
And practice your accent, your German. You got to work on your German accent, do that. I'll do my Irish accent too. Well, that's just awesome, especially this weekend as a lot of those Irish records are up for grabs.
Yes.
So cool. Amber, thanks for coming in
Thank you for
and for
having
listening
me.
to my little story too as well.
It was great.
Well, we just love to share family history. And I posted to Facebook actually yesterday saying that this interview was coming on, and people jump up and say, oh, I'm Irish, or I'm Slavic, or I'm German, and everyone has a story to tell.
Yeah, well, and it's just, everyone is just fascinated by their family history, and that's why I'm just grateful that there's so many opportunities for people to learn more about it.
Maybe it's because they know they're not the only crazy ones in the family when they find some records as somebody else.
Exactly.
Marcus, have you done yours, family history?
I've not gone real far back.